OG fans, here again. And I'm thinking, why not do this one? Du, 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 du. And what I'm doing, I'm on about the fifth Enterprise, being Star Trek 5, The Final Frontier, which was going to be the last one, but we all know money talks. And in 1991, they decided to do one more for the world. But this, I actually like this one. William Shatner, star we all know as Captain Kirk, directed it. That's right, he directed the fifth Star Trek film. We thought it was funny because we all know in '86, James Seymour directed, well, that's no, I don't lie, 1984, I meant to say. James Seymour's Dr. Spot directed the third one. And in this, William Shatner, he directed the fifth one. I don't like this one because this is the one where, remember rightly, he was talking about what timing, without no safety. So imagine. I'm doing what timing. Got no rope, got no parachute, got nothing to protect me. By accident, a tip or I pull something wand or, you do, sometimes have an accident, you slip. Imagine no protection. I'm not talking about fucking Torexes. And I fall to my death because there's nothing to protect me. There's nothing to protect me. But I thought it was an interesting story that he was talking about that. There's an original making back in the day when William Shatner was talking about that. I mean, like 89, as I always say, 89 was a good day for films. You had loads of good films. And this was one of them. So, without ado, there's not really that much goodness in this one. And it's all, this is like this. You watch it now, there's so much like this. And somewhere I enjoy this one. One thing I do enjoy is the bring back the music that was used in the motion picture, and we all remember in the TV series Star Trek: The Next Generation. They bring back that music. There are bits where it's a bit annoying because you've got these all the way through it, nearly at the end when you get to the end check it. So that's a bit irritating. But the rest of it, if you remember the music from Star Trek: The Next Generation and the theme tune that was used in the motion picture before Generation, you know which bit of music I'm on about. So they bring that back, and it sort of follows on from where it ended in that with a new Enterprise. It looks the same, but it's all different. The design's different, the motors, everything about it's different to make it faster. And the sister, he thinks she's going to be a god. She thinks she's got special powers and so on. I can't remember now if he's half Falcon or half something, but I know he's mixed between a Falcon. And just like most of the Star Trek films, you've got him having war with the Klingons. And it's quite interesting on this accent. When I first saw this one back in the day, it was a bit. As this go on, it's sort of going on me. It's going on me. And yes, the actors were getting on when they did this. Some of them was pushing 60 when they did this. But I like the characters. I like the actors. Maybe Billy's them out for rest. As we all know, Billy's them out, the actors now are sadly no longer with us. Which is sad, but it's true. So like I say, they are going to this alien planet and the Klingons want to take over, the aliens want to take over, Captain Kirk remembers what happened, that one ain't going to happen, and so on. Now there are bits what has changed with, and like the bit where Laura is going to be this alien sexy dancer far away from the sexy dancer, you've got these alien guys going, and running around like fucking dickheads. What about like they just won the fucking lottery? What about like sex maniacs on steroids? That bit I've got to admit, over the fucking years, this is me. Because unlike the TV series, sometimes the 60s so did have funny moments and moments where you even do that. That to me was definitely that. It was Tinsworth. That bit you could have just timmed it out because you got a Laura doing this sexy alien dance. You got the alien guys running up to her like the fucking pair of knobs, and they get tapped and it does. You've got David Warner, may rest. Remember right, yeah, I think he's in this. I know he does appear as a Chingon in the next one, but he starts at 6. But yeah, there's some good bits in this. You've got this alien that wants to take the Enterprise disguised as a Dodd, which I do get to that. It's a very interesting bit. Because I do love the bit where Captain Turk outsmarts that. And I do like the bit where they're doing tamping, and there's a bit where they're doing what timing, and Dr. Spock fires up with his motor, says, "Good morning, sir." And Captain Turk shits himself, he falls, and Spock gets him in the nick of time. I thought that's quite a funny scene. I like the bit where they're tamping, and they go in a tamping store, and you know what I mean? I like that. There's some bits in it that's going on with me. There are bits where I'm like that. Like the bit when Stotty says, "Oh, I know this Enterprise like the back of my bung." Hits his head on a bar. Don't forget, they've voted the Enterprise. Now, that'd probably be done on a comedy show or a comedy spoof of Star Trek. You know them silly Saturday night comedy shows, and they're doing a comedy take of something from the 60s and so on. That would probably work. That'd probably work. But in an actual film itself of Star Trek, where you've got Stotty saying, "I know this Enterprise like the back of mine," he walks and boom, hits his head on a bar and knocks himself out. That to me was like, oh God, please. And then you've got Stotty waking up in a Laura looking like she's tying it on with him, and Stotty says, "No, thank you." Some of those bits, I admit, I've got to do it one more time. Meaning Chinsworthy. There was Chinsworthy. You could stop that in it, wouldn't have done in the film any harm. So, like I said, they're trying to take the Enterprise, and there's a bit where his thing imitates Dodd. And this bit, I have to admit, I thought was interesting because I love the way Captain Turk outsmarts it, where he said the Dodd, well, supposed to be Dodd, he actually asks that he wants the Enterprise. And Captain Turk says, "Why?" And Dr. Bone says, "You don't ask your Dodd why, he wants it, you've got to give it him." And he says, "No, why?" When you think about that, it made sense. Because if there's a Dodd out there with all these matic powers, can make different planets, can toss earth takes, won't be going to hell with what I'm saying, can toss earth takes, can make thunderstorms, that's all these magical powers, why the fuck would he want a spaceship when he can make his own with his magical powers? He can make his own Enterprise. He can make 5 and 10 Enterprises with his magical powers. So why the fuck would he want the Enterprise? So Captain Turk knew it. He knew that this hologram, which it is, could not be Dodd. Couldn't be Dodd. It's like Dodd saying, "I want to have a Ferrari. I want to have a spaceship. Can I have your house to stay in?" It couldn't be the real Dodd, because the real Dodd could just do that with his magical powers. What the fuck would he need that for when he could do it with his magical powers? So Captain Turk knew straight away that could not have been Dodd. He did it. It was Teflon. It was definitely written. It took me ages to figure it, but I got it. And the doors, it's down to fire lasers at him to knock him on his ass, but he got it. It wasn't Dodd. It was a fake. A fake dog, I should say, without going to hell. So he outsmarts it. You've got this Klingon guy who thinks he's a Dodd. He outsmarts these aliens. He gets sent back as a punishment. And it does to fire off on the new Enterprise to fly another day on the final frontier. But yeah, I like this one. Like I say, there are bits where I'm a bit, but I just do like it. I like the fact they've got the characters. I like the bit with the tamping, the eating beans, they go in a tamping store. This to me, I actually like this one, Star Trek 5. So, because it's a classic from 1989, fuck it. A 5-star rating from me. Put into them. Be smart. Be safe. I'm bold to go where no man's gone before. And I'll see you later. Can't do it.